Hi, everyone. Do we have everyone here yet? Hi, Megan.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. Hi, Jim. Is there anybody else we're waiting for? Is Dr. Redmond joining us or just all of you?
I thought so. When we left today, it sounded like he was attending too.
Okay. I think we could probably get started and he can join us if he's going to join in. So,
Perfect.
all right. So we'll call this meeting to order at 6:01. And so the first thing on the agenda was the bridges.
Yeah, so I apologize for not being able to attend last month's meeting. I was down with the flu, and so we thought we might as well push it to to this month.
Yeah.
So this is according to board policy, and after talking with Dr. Redmond, this is really just an informational item. It doesn't require any board action or approval. As you know, Bridges is the math curriculum that we use K to 4 at the elementary level, and we've been using it for about 3 years now. Bridges as a company is producing a new edition of the program, and it requires you to purchase additional teacher materials. And what those teacher materials do is they basically swap out some of the assessment items that were in the second edition, which is what we have. They give them additional manipulatives. It streamlines some of the lesson plans for the teachers so that they can get through more of the material at a faster pace. So when Bridges is transitioning to the third edition, there's no change in the student materials. It's just a sort of teacher box that upgrades them from the second edition to the third edition. And my interpretation and Dr. Redmond's interpretation of board policy is that that wouldn't require board approval because it's not new curriculum. It's just
Right.
providing new teacher materials to the teachers so that they can function under the third edition. We had 15 teachers pilot it this fall, and overwhelmingly, they said the improvements were amazing. It allowed them more instructional time. It gave them better assessment data. It allowed them to meet the needs of kiddos more efficiently and effectively. And so all 15 teachers that we had piloted this year were in overwhelming support of sort of getting those transition boxes for our teachers. I did budget for it this fiscal year when we knew it was coming out and we knew we were going to have some pilots. I budgeted for it for this fiscal year. So, so I think from a financial perspective, it makes sense to do it now since it is budgeted for and accounted for. But it was really just a informational item about why we would be looking to do this and kind of what the benefits are of upgrading now.
Great. I see Polly joined us. Polly or Bill, do you have any questions on that?
I don't have any questions. Sorry, I'm not sure how long my internet's going to work. It just started a few minutes ago. So,
That's great news, though.
well,
Yeah.
hopefully we're not supposed to have power back until tomorrow. Nope, Wednesday.
Oh,
So yeah, hopefully it holds out, but we shall see. But thank you, Megan, for explaining that.
yep, absolutely.
I have no questions.
Great.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Polly, do you have the agenda pulled up or do you just want me to go on?
I have it. The
Go
next
ahead.
thing is the fall winter sports roundup.
Dave, you want me to go first, or do you want to go ahead? Okay. All right, I'll go ahead. So yeah, basically we just want to update you guys with how the fall and winter sports seasons went. If you look at the attached document, I have some numbers for participants in all of our fall sports, and as well as the records. So participation was a little bit down. Varsity football went from 23 players to 18. We were 5-4 last season and 0-8 this season for varsity. A lot of that, we graduated a lot of really talented students and we're in a rebuilding phase, so we anticipate to bounce back next year. Junior high kept the same number of players for both varsity and junior high football at 21, and we were 6-0 last year and 5-1 this year. Junior high softball gained a player, went from 9 to 10, 6-5 last year, 5-3 this year. Varsity tennis, we gained a player there as well, went from 9 to 10 again. We were 14-2 last year, 7-5 this year. Still qualify for districts. Our marching band, first year back as an official band, had 11 members. I know Mr. Cayley's working really hard to continue to grow that program, so we're excited to see what he can do. And then varsity and junior high cheer. Varsity went from 8 members to 7, and junior high went from 9 to 6. So hopefully they can bounce back a little bit with their numbers. And then as far as our winter sports go, boys basketball this season had 15 members. They were 12-12, and we managed to make states. We ended up losing in the first round, but it was still a pretty big accomplishment for our school. 8 girls played basketball. They had 5 wins, managed to qualify for districts. And our junior high wrestling program had 13 athletes. And honestly, individually, they had a pretty good season. We don't have a record because a lot of it was exhibition matches, but we picked up quite a few wins individually. That's where Bucktail's at.
That sounds good. Yeah. Any
I was just
questions?
trying to get myself unmuted.
Okay.
Anything else for Jim?
I don't have anything. Anyone else?
Nope, I don't have anything.
Similar to
No,
Megan, I wasn't in last month's meeting, and so this information has kind of been out there for the agenda. We had a couple of meetings where we didn't meet in person, but it was really a recap of fall, and now I can also add winter to it. Our winter seasons have just come to an end this past weekend with Cameron Bear, Coach Bear's daughter, who attended the PIAA swimming championships for Central Mountain. She ended up placing 14th in both of those. But Cameron was a 4-time place or attended states 4 times, and she is currently headed to West Virginia University. And so certainly a good accomplishment for our swim program. Both swim teams had excellent seasons. The boys swim team was 14-1, and the girls swim team was 13-2. And so as far as their participation, they increased from 15 participants last year to 22 this year. We saw a nice increase in those numbers. I did have my end of the year coach evaluation meeting here with Coach Bear, thinking that he's going to be looking for maybe moving on from the program as his daughter is competing in West Virginia. He wants to be able to go and kind of follow what she's doing. So we'll unfortunately probably have to look for a replacement for him in the near future, but he's done an outstanding job with that program. Additionally, for us, from the winter sports scenario, our wrestling team had another outstanding season. We were undefeated in dual meets during the regular season. We did win the District 6 AAA team championship, and we had moved into the PIAA state tournament. We were able to win our first match in that, and then subsequently went on to participate in the rest of the PIAA state team tournament at Altoona, and we did lose our next 2 matches to 2 very good opponents. And so, again, an outstanding season as a team. That is our second consecutive year of winning the District 6 team tournament, and a nice accomplishment for our program. Individually, we had our wrestlers move on to the district tournament. We moved 7 wrestlers from the district tournament to the regional tournament. And then from the regional tournament, we advanced to the state tournament. We did have a second place finisher in Dalton Perry, who is going to be attending Penn State University and participating in their wrestling team. And we also had Aiden Coons, who was only a sophomore, and he has made the state tournament the last 2 years. So again, some really nice accomplishments. On the girls' side of wrestling, we also had 2 young ladies make it through the districts and regionals. Actually, we had 3 make it through districts to the regional tournament. 2 of those individuals made it onto the state tournament. Kendall Wagner and Ashton Falls both competed at the PIAA state tournament, and Kendall ended up finishing 3rd. She did lose a match, but came back to wrestle her way through. The young lady that had knocked her out of the tournament in both the districts and regionals is a 3-time state champion. And so really an outstanding season for Kendall. She's only a junior, and so she'll return for us. Ashton is only a sophomore, so she'll have a couple more years within that program as well. Our basketball programs in the winter both did very well. Had successful seasons. They were ranked around 500, but both did make the district tournament. Both ended up playing Hollidaysburg in the first round of the District 6 AAA basketball tournament, and both did fall to Hollidaysburg. The Hollidaysburg girls had continued to advance and were, I believe, in the quarterfinals moving forward of the state playoffs. And so some really nice effort. We graduated 5 young ladies on the team this year and 4 senior boys. And so both programs will have some students returning to them next year to continue to try to build upon this current year's success. I had submitted the fall information previously, and I know that's kind of been out there. I didn't know if there was any questions. The only other program that we had participating was our bocce team, and our bocce team was 5-2 throughout the season, and we ended up placing second at the PHAC end of the year bocce tournament held at Jersey Shore, coming into the final. But we did not win in the very finals, but we had an outstanding season again, and the students really seemed to enjoy that opportunity.
Okay, sounds good. Does anybody have any questions?
I don't. Thank you both for the great roundup of our sports for the year.
Okay, let me see here. I think that's all we had on for our meeting, wasn't it? All right, well, if nobody has any other questions, I guess we can adjourn the meeting.
Thanks,
Bill,
everyone.
Bill, are you good with
Thank
everything?
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, thank you guys for logging on, and I'm glad that I could make it through most of it. So, have a good night, guys. Thanks.
You too.
Thanks.
Hope
Have a
everything
nice
gets
night.
better, Polly.
Good
Me
night.
Thank you.